Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Gulf Coast Wrestling, episode number 17, the go-home show before the pay-per-view. We have a stellar card here tonight. Chase and Kimberly King taking on Alex Shelley and CANDYFLOSS, Shayna BASZLER, Aries, and Noam Dar. It makes his return here tonight. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here with part 2, match number 2 between CANDYFLOSS, Alex Shelley, Kimberly King, and the Dashing One. CANDYFLOSS requested a rematch, got Alex Shelley to join in, of course. CANDYFLOSS and Kimberly King, of course, have had their differences, had a couple of matches, and CANDYFLOSS hasn't really been the happiest with Kimberly King, so we can happily announce that the first match on the kickoff show will be CANDYFLOSS versus Kimberly King. Kickoff show for the pay-per-view, that will be the first match that comes out before the pay-per-view. And then after that we have X-Pac and Matt Rhodes. But we have we have match number 2 here of Alex Shelley, CANDYFLOSS, Kimberly King, and the Dashing One. And here comes Alex Shelley, the man who will be taking on the Dashing One at the Clash for the Internet Championship. Alex Shelley has defeated the Dashing One twice in singles competition. The Dashing One, of course, requesting a title match to find out the definitive best between the two. Alex Shelley going in with the fan support behind him. Alex Shelley definitely is a challenger for the championship, definitely not to be underestimated. He was put on a great match in the first part of the Internet Tournament, which Chase later went on to win. Defeated Jerry Wyatt at Brawl for All to become the first ever Internet Champion. Goes on for his first title defense against Alex Shelley at the Clash. It should be a really fast-paced match. I'm really looking forward to the pay-per-view. Like I said, this is the go-home show before the pay-per-view, episode number 17. CANDYFLOSS looks fired up, and here comes the wife of the Dashing One, Kimberly King, with her big sword. Kimberly King had a pretty good few matches here. For the most part, I want to say undefeated. I'd have to go back and check that record. But I think in the few singles matches she's been in, she's been undefeated. The only time I remember her losing was when she made her debut back at Brawl for All in a Fatal 4-Way tournament, I believe. Kimberly King definitely been featured prominently here. Definitely destined for great things here in the GCW. Maybe future women's champion. Maybe she might be the one to knock off Shayna BASZLER if Io Shirai is not successful come Clash of Champions, come the Clash. And we can go ahead and announce that our next pay-per-view after the Clash will take place on the 4th of July. A very big milestone there, making it to July for a pay-per-view. If I check my calendar, yes, it will be the 4th of July. Bash will take place on the 4th of July. We will have a great time there. I'm looking forward to it. But first, we gotta not look away from the Clash coming tomorrow, actually, because this is episode number 17, the one right before the pay-per-view. Like I said, the Dashing One here, the first ever GCW Internet Champion, defeated Jared Wyatt for the championship to become the inaugural champion. And he will be defending his championship for the first time at the Clash. And this is a monumental match for him because it will determine, can the Dashing One accurately be called one of the best in the company so far. He's the inaugural champion. He's got a lot to prove, and Alex Shelley does as well. Alex Shelley, if not already proved himself worthy, at least for the championship match, got to prove that he's ready to be able to stand with the big guys, with the mid-card here in GCW. And of course, we cannot forget about our women that will take the women will have a match, of course, at the Clash. Io Shirai, Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler's only been defeated once. Io Shirai, I believe, undefeated in singles competition so far. So, Io Shirai, even being undefeated, still the underdog come the Clash. Because Shayna Baszler has won the championship, became the inaugural champion when she defeated Bea Priestley, Isla Dawn, and CANDYFLOSS in a Fatal 4-Way match all the way back at the first pay-per-view that had the first ever women's main event, Starbound. And now we fast forward a few months, Shayna Baszler is still the women's champion, going on to face the brand new Io Shirai. This will be Io Shirai's first ever pay-per-view match, first ever title match, and Io Shirai has a lot to prove, and so does Shayna Baszler. Even though she's defeated all the women that's been placed in front of her, she still has to prove that she is the best here in GCW and deserves to hold that championship. Because the championships don't make the wrestler, it's the people that make the wrestler, or that make the championship. So Shayna Baszler still has a lot to prove to herself and to the fans. But CANDYFLOSS been shown very prominently, I guess. She was in the first ever women's main event match back at Starbound for the championship. Turned into a Fatal 4-Way match, which was a great way to kickstart the women's division. Of course, Noam Dar defending his championship at Starbound against Kennedy Kidd in a first ever match. Of course, Noam Dar won the championship through a tournament. Saw him defeat some of the greatest wrestlers on the independent circle and some from other promotions as well. Still the champion. Come tomorrow, I believe he will have held the championship for 93 days, which is, I guess if you want to call this a modern version of GCW, would be the longest. Because, of course, we have Chris Danger and James Saxton, who were the first two. Noam Dar is the first champion that is not them, and the first to win it after it being vacated for 400 plus days. James Saxton, of course, relinquished the championship after only holding it for a few days, and GCW went away for a while. Their doors were shut for a bit, for 400 plus days, I believe it was, and finally returned March of this year. We crowned a new champion March 6th in Noam Dar. He's been a champion. Has he been a very for the people champion? No, he's been pretty much for himself, but our champion nonetheless. Definitely creating headwaves, being one of the first back, since now that we are back, of course. And we look to stay around for a lot longer this time, maybe for another 400 days. And hopefully longer. Noam Dar will be carrying us, of course, into the Clash. He will be the reigning, defending Best of the Indies Championship champion. I don't know why I keep saying championship. Champion. Big rolling cutter there by the dashing one out of nowhere. Goes for the pin on Alex Shelley. The pin 1, 2, and a kick out by Shelley. Mixed tag match. I believe these were the first people to have a mixed tag team match and the second people to have the mixed tag team match, if I am correct in saying that. Picks him up on his shoulders. Big move there by Alex Shelley and goes for the pin now. 1, 2, and not even a 2 count when the dashing one, the champion, kicks out. Of course, the dashing one, Kimberly King, looking like they're wearing matching attires. But nonetheless, I am really excited for the future of GCW, and I hope people join and people stick around for what I have planned, because I am trying my best to do something that I really enjoy, and I hope you find the same type of enjoyment that I do out of it. But I will announce after this match, it will be the women's champion Shayna Baszler taking on Josie Jane. Josie Jane having a lot to prove, of course, against Shayna Baszler. If Jane can win the match, then it could be very well turned into a triple threat match come the Clash for the women's championship, because it would be Shayna Baszler's second only defeat if Josie Jane does indeed pick up the victory. And of course, most people would place their bets on the women's champion, which would be a smart bet since she is the submission magician, the Queen of Spades. And we never know when we could see Candy Floss challenging Shayna Baszler again if she does indeed retain at the Clash. Kimberly King could very well be the next challenger as well. We have not seen Isla Dawn or Bea Priestley in a while, but they could always return and challenge Baszler to a one-on-one match instead of being in a fatal four-way match. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view. We've got some very exciting things to be planned, and let's go ahead and announce that there will be a briefcase match at the Clash. And the briefcase, it's kind of works like how Money in the Bank would. The person who climbs the ladder, pulls down the briefcase, and an 8-man match will then have a title opportunity for any title of his choosing at any point in the future. And there will only be one, of course. There will only be a men's match. I don't think we have enough contracted ladies to be able to do a match for the briefcase for that. But you never know, maybe sometime down the future we will have a women's briefcase at the time. But humble beginnings, small starts, to work our way up to maybe defeating WWE, which will never happen, but you know. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. The briefcase match, the person can win you pretty much become a number one contender for both championships, and then you get a promised match at any point, any place, at any time you feel privy to it. Any time period. It could be any time. It could be, if you win it, it'll be the first match of the night. So if you win it, then you could cash in the very same night in the main event against whoever wins the championship. It could be Noam Dar, it could be Aries. And of course, like I said, we have the Internet Championship, and on to the main event of the night, of course. Aries, the Brawler, taking on the Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar. It'll be a big match. It will be a very big match. Aries, a very dominant person. We have not seen Noam Dar since the last pay-per-view being Brawl for All, where he finally defeated Kennedy King, and we have not seen Kennedy King either. Kennedy King, Kennedy Kid. We have not seen either of them since the last pay-per-view, but we can confirm that Noam Dar will be here tonight to address the fans, address himself, and maybe talk about where he's been, maybe not. We'll see when the time comes in our main event. And then after that, we will have the end of the show, and then we will move straight on into the pay-per-view. I'm really looking forward to it. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I know I haven't been commentating over the match, but I kind of like to take the first match of the night. You know, sometimes you just talk about what's going on. Big move there by Alex Shelley. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and almost a 3 count. That move has put Chase away in both of their singles matches. But yeah, I just kind of like to take the first match to kind of address and talk about what's going on, what we're going to have through the night, what's going to be next. And of course, after the pay-per-view, we will have episode number 18, and another sliced bread there by Alex Shelley. The pin. 1, 2, 3, and Alex Shelley and Candy Floss this time pick up the win to rectify their loss a few weeks back when Kimberly King won the match for the team then. Big monumental win there. Alex Shelley, Candy Floss definitely having the momentum heading into the Clash. I wonder how this will play out come pay-per-view time. We will see you in the next match. And the disrespect on Shayna Baszler to Josie Jane, giving her the last entrant to come in. Usually it's champion last, but this time it's champion first. Shayna Baszler does not care about anybody in this locker room. She does what she wants for herself. The women's champion, Shayna Baszler. One of the more dominant forces here in GCW. The inaugural women's champion of Season 3, and of GCW, probably for it's just we're calling GCW. Forget Season 3. Shayna Baszler, like I said, has a match against Io Shirai come pay-per-view time next, or tomorrow. Not next week, tomorrow. The submission magician, the Queen of Spades, Shayna frickin' Baszler. She is the champion, and she could very well be the champion after, of course, the Clash as well. Actually got a better belt design. I like how it looks. I like it anyway. I don't know how you think about it because nobody watches the videos to tell me, but if you do watch it, tell me. And here comes Josie Jane, trying to get the crowd on her side because she is the underdog in this match. But like I said, if Josie Jane does happen to win, does that mean it could be a triple threat match come the Clash? Will the general manager of GCW, or the management of GCW, I don't really have a set person, change the rules and add her to the match if she defeats Shayna Baszler? Because it will be a huge victory for Josie Jane. A monumental victory. Because it will be, what, the second loss for Shayna Baszler? Which would be massive, massive, massive. Shayna Baszler, Josie Jane. Let's get this match underway. Big chop there, Jane. Big chop there by Jane. This is my first commentating match for the night, and it's not going well. Big spinning DDT there by Josie Jane, catching the champion off guard. But the combination here by Baszler. Big running knee there by Baszler. Starting to figure out where she needs to put her feet in this match. Big kick! As soon as I start talking about where to put her feet, just knocks her just about unconscious with a big kick there. Big spear there by Baszler, pulling out the big moves early on in this match. Big forearm. Josie Jane this time with the Hurricane Rana. Out of nowhere, Baszler rolls out of the ring. Josie Jane follows and gets met with a knee for her troubles. Josie Jane, though, with a reversal. Cannot fix the floor, I'm sorry. Shayna Baszler rolls out of the ring, and this time just goes for a tilt-a-whirl and just drops her. Josie Jane, a bit of good technical wrestling, kind of throwing the brawling style of Shayna Baszler off. Big move there by Josie Jane. Picks her back up. Big clobbering blow there by Jane. Shayna Baszler gets out of the way. Big running knee again. And again, both women go for a running knee. Both women get caught at the same time. Big Hurricane Rana there by Jane, goes for the pin. Kick out, not even a 1 count by Baszler, I think, or by the ref. Big clothesline there again by Jane. Jane's showing some good power here to Shayna Baszler. Big knee again. Going to the well for that knee a lot. Irish whip into the corner. Josie Jane with a big chop. Puts her on the top. Throws the feet over the ropes. Big punch now. Big suplex into the ring. Josie Jane really pulling out all the stops here to try to put Baszler away. The pin and a kick out, not even a 1 count. Still, after everything Jane's done, not even managing a 1 count. Baszler with a reversal. Grabs her. Drops her on the one leg. I don't know what drops her on the one leg means. Irish whip this time into the corner. Baszler with a follow-up with a running knee up to the face. Misses with what she might have been going for a bulldog there. Baszler gets the reversal. And, of course, stupid targeting. Because this game has the worst targeting in any franchise I have ever seen. Big elbow to the face. Big super kick to Shayna Baszler. Josie Jane building momentum. Throws her down. Middle rope. Moonsault to BASZLER. Big move there by Jane. Big clothesline again. Goes to the pin. 1. And a kick out. She's finally managed a 1 count. Misses with a combination. Gets the drop kick. Picks her up. Slams her down. Big tactical wrestling move there. Kick to the midsection. Pump handle. Pump handle slam number 1. Keeps it in. Rolls over. Pump handle slam number 2. Now Shayna BASZLER goes for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Jane. Shayna BASZLER looking surprised now. Jane looks dazed. She doesn't even look like she knows where she is. Big kick this time, lands hard. Shayna BASZLER now taunting. Combination now. Big punch. Misses with a drop kick. Jumps off the rope and gets it this time. Good thinking there by Shayna BASZLER, the women's champ. Kick to the midsection. Suplex into the Kirifuda clutch. Nobody's ever not tapped out of the Kirifuda clutch. And Josie Jane suffers the same fate as many other women have. Your winner of the match, the women's champion, Shayna BASZLER, defeats Josie Jane after Josie Jane did pull out as much stops as she could. Only thing that stopped her was the brutal force of Shayna BASZLER. Here comes Io Shirai. Io Shirai now with a big clothesline to the women's champion. Io Shirai out of nowhere, paying tribute for the attack last week. Big kick by Shirai there. Picks her up. Right on back, right to the knee. Io Shirai throwing out all the stops against BASZLER. Big axe handle there. Picks her back up. Drop kick, Hurricane Rana. I thought she was going for a drop kick. Hits a Hurricane Rana. Goes for it again. Pulls her in the middle of the ring. Right on the back. Destroying Shayna BASZLER. Io Shirai. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and we have Eric Young in our main event taking on Aries. This was not the attire I had set out for him. I don't know why it changed back. But anyway, Eric Young. Eric Young will be taking on the #1 contender and the man who will face Noam Dar at the pay-per-view, Aries, the #1 contender, like I said, for the Best of the Indies Championship. Noam Dar, like I said, come tomorrow will have held the championship for 93 days. Today holds it for 92. The longest of, I guess you could say, the modern era, being after the 400-day hiatus of the championship. It is now back. We are all back. And, of course, pay-per-view, the most recent pay-per-view, will be tomorrow. And the one after that will be the 4th of July Bash. Because it'll be taking on the 4th of July. Be excited. I'm excited. Are you excited? Be excited. So yeah, here we're getting ready. It'll be Eric Young versus Aries, and then after this match, we will have in our main event segment. This is our main event match. Our main event segment will be the returning champion, the returning Best of the Indies champion, Noam Dar. He will be returning here, and I am as excited as everyone, I'm sure, is at home to see their champion back after, what, a 3-episode hiatus? And here is the #1 contender, the man who faced Noam Dar for the championship at the pay-per-view, won an 8-man battle royale on episode number 14 to claim his #1 contendership spot. Eliminated EC3 as the last participant. Aries the Brawler, definitely definitive force here in GCW. A very fuck you kind of guy, if that's how you want to describe Aries. The crowd are behind him. The crowd love him. People want to see him defeat Noam Dar, but he's also the kind of guy, he'll do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. Doesn't really give a toss most of the time. Definitely looking to continue to build his momentum going into the pay-per-view. He has been on every single episode since winning the #1 contendership, and has proven why he should be the #1. Big chop to look like the cheek of Eric Young. Big kick to the midsection now. Eric Young with a reversal. Misses with a drop kick. Stomp to the back of the neck. Just cranking the neck now of Eric Young. Aries, like I said, a guy not to be trifled with. Definitely a strong competitor. Very strong-willed person. Almost reminds me of a Triple H in a sense. Eric Young now. Middle rope. Picks him up. My lord. Just wrenching on the neck. Lets him go. Big move there. I'm surprised the ref didn't get in between that. Misses with a kick. Big clothesline now by the Brawler. Irish whip into the corner. Went for a clothesline, but Eric Young fell and got overzealous there. Irish whip, this time into the ropes. Misses with a knee, but gets the clothesline over the top rope. Aries fired up. Eric Young gets back into the ring. Oh, went for the knee and got caught. Eric Young with a big move there. Picks him up. Corkscrew with the leg of Eric Young. Irish whip into the corner. Gets an elbow in his troubles, and a big clothesline by Aries. Eric Young can get no mode of offense in whatsoever. Another big clothesline. Just trying to show his dominance. Big punch misses. Eric Young gets the reversal. Big move there by Eric Young. But Aries immediately was getting back to his feet. Gets the kick. Gets reversed. Kick to the midsection of his own. Grabs him. Goes for a tilt-a-whirl back slam. Big overhanded punch right to the head of Eric Young. Big chop. Another big clothesline. Just showing his brute strength. Eric Young gets the reversal. Another move there. Picks him up. Eric Young goes to the outside, it looks like. It's a bad move in my opinion. Kick to the midsection. Grabs him. He's going for the pedigree on the outside. Pedigree to Eric Young on the outside. Just trying to do damage, not even trying to win the match. Eric Young with a taunt there to the crowd now. Throws him, oh, right into the steel pole. Wasn't even expecting that. Throws him back in the ring, ref at a count of 6, ref at a count of 7 now. Pulls him, center of the ring. Grabs him by the leg. Trying to just pull it out of socket now. trying to really injure the legs of Eric Young. Eric Young with a reversal, kick to the back of the leg. Gets the reversal. Eric Young reverses again. Elbows right to the shoulders of Aries. Eric Young picks Aries back up. Kick to the midsection. Going for a neck breaker. Aries rolling, trying to use the ropes to pick himself back up. Picks him up. Suplex into the ring. Eric Young now mounting offense. Put Aries with a kick to the midsection. And again, grabs him. Suplex time. Aries calling for him to get up, looking to put away this match. Kick to the midsection. Grabs him. He's going for it again. And the pedigree. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Your winner of the match. The number one contender for the Best of the Indies Championship. The Brawler. Aries. And now we move swiftly on into our main event segment with the returning Noam Dar. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in our main event of the evening and we have the return of our champion, Noam Dar, the Scottish Supernova. Noam Dar. He is back and he is here with some words to the GCW universe. Going into our pay-per-view, which will take place tomorrow. We are on the Go Home Show, like I said. The Go Hometh Showeth. Who is ready to hear what Noam Dar has to say? Lots of talk tonight. Lots of injustice. This and this damn company. You know what? Man should just quit. But nah, I ain't a quitter. I ain't like that. Instead, I'm gonna head out here and yell and take action. Noam Dar calling this a damn company. If he wants to call it a damn company, I'll come show him how he's out of his damn mind. I'm damn sick and tired of being looked over in this crap, and you're the champ. You are the best and everything. So the top. So you are the champion. Don't say a word. I couldn't care less about you people. I only care about me. Which makes sense and fits his MO. But Noam Dar thinks he's overlooked here in GCW as the champion. Maybe if he'd show up in 3 weeks. I'll prove right now beyond a shadow of a doubt and that everyone in the back is a coward. Open challenge right here. An open challenge for the championship. An open challenge for the GCW championship. Right now at the main event of the show. Might not even be Noam Dar versus Aries. It could be Noam Dar, or it could be Aries versus someone completely different. Will anybody accept the challenge? The fact of the matter is, the GCW universe doesn't deserve a talent like me. The fact that you can see it perform on television and on the 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is a blessing. Don't take it for granted. Looks like nobody's going to come out and answer the challenge. I guess they are afraid of Noam Dar. Or Aries is holding anybody in the back from going out there because he wants to face Noam Dar. This is the best as GCW has to offer. Are you kidding me? I've had better physical contests than some of my matches just getting on the subway. Things had better change around here, or I'm going to change things myself. And when that happens, trust me, it ain't going to be pretty. I guess. And that's all Noam Dar has to say. Thank you for joining us here in GCW. We will see you tomorrow on the pay-per-view. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.